Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit with Come As You Are Oracle. I'm going to do a collective for today, Saturday, January 25th, 2025. You may follow me on the book, the Insta, the Talk, the Tube, the Lemonade, the Blue Sky Social, the fan base. Scratch the Insta. I'm never going to be able to stop saying that. I'm just never. Or not. Totally up to you. Take what resonates. Leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, fabulous. We absolutely love that for you. If some of it does not, please leave it on the table for someone else. We just don't want you taking on energy that wasn't meant for you. We're going to use the True Emotional Oracle cards. I got my deck off of Amazon. Probably like $20 or so. Something like that. Still nice and sunny out. It's cold. It's definitely cold still, but a lot of the snow melted. I had my porch door open all morning. I even opened up the screen and let in some air. We got one on the table. Two on the table. Four on the table. Ooh. Five on the, okay, that one was interesting. It was almost like it pulled back and then flew out. Like we got five on the table. Seven on the table, eight on the table. Set up the cat tower. I got the new cat tower. Ooh, nine on the table. Last night it came like 3 days early. It's supposed to come on Monday. But I got that all set up. It's kind of rickety. I did order them another one. It's supposed to come on Friday, so hopefully that one looks a little bit more sturdy. I just worry about Bubs because he likes to get on the top, and the top, like, I just don't know that. I mean, it'll hold him. I just don't know that it won't tip because he's a moose. He's a big boy. Okay, one more shuffle. We got nine on the table. That's interesting. Huh. The top of the deck is, it's too late. It's too late. It always makes me laugh. Like, why people want something or even someone and they put it off and they put it off and they put it off out of fear or self-hate, and then the time passes and people no longer are relevant in our lives. For them to come back from nowhere, we just send them back to nowhere. Like, why do they not realize that there is such a thing as too late? I don't know. Getting readings. Queen Bee. Happily single. Fairy tale. Free. Legal matters. Wish. Twin flame. Or twin flames, technically. Fed up. And bottom of the deck, spiritual. Feminine, masculine, take how it resonates. So when this getting readings card came out, my first thought was not that someone is actually getting like tarot readings or oracle readings, but that someone is trying to read someone. Like someone is, and it kind of goes along with that too late card from the top of the deck. Like someone is trying to read someone that they look at as a queen bee. Secure, confident, boss bitch, career focused. Again, doesn't matter. Female, masculine, take how it resonates. But it's like someone is watching someone. And they're not. Well, let me put it like this. Someone is watching someone that they didn't see before. And now they are seeing them. And they're realizing that they were the one under an illusion with the fairy tale card. Like this person realizes, like you, if it's you or someone else, someone you know, it's easier for me to say you. They're realizing that you were always the person you were. Are. They're the ones that didn't have their eyes open. They're the ones that failed to see someone for exactly who they were. They see you or this person happily single, going about your life, doing your daily grind, whatever the case may be. You're free. Moving on, letting go. You love yourself. People that love themselves, really truly love themselves, tend to not give a fuck about anything or anyone else. And not in a mean way, just like, I don't give a shit if you're watching me. You want to keep watching me? Keep watching me. Who the fuck cares? You're not in my life, right? You know, tarot readers talk about this all the time, about people watching you and people getting actual tarot readings on you and people saying bad shit about you. And then they say, but you don't care. You're unbothered. The truth is that when you truly love yourself and you're at peace with yourself and you can recognize all that is around you, you see all that is around you, all that who is around you, right? All the peeps around you, good or bad, you don't give a fuck. You don't care. Like, if you're really at peace with yourself, with the world, like, you just hope that everybody gets their own shit together, lives their own lives, and dies when they're supposed to die. Like, you don't care if someone's watching you, following you, wishing you ill will, wishing you would fail, la 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 la. Like, no, we don't care. Who we don't care. I don't care. So typically, I would say this person has legal matters, but what I'm seeing is that this person was with you in your life when you had legal matters, divorcing, It says divorce, property, criminal, paternity, child support, traffic ticket. Like this person was around you when you had legal issues, whatever the case may be. This is someone that you might have considered to be a twin flame, and or they considered you to be a twin flame. You considered them to be a twin flame. They considered you to be a twin flame. Okay. I didn't know if I said that right the first time. You could have wished for this, or they could have wished for this, or both of you could have been wishing for that, for a person to come along. I feel like both of you were fucked up over the situation. You went down a spiritual path, they went down a spiritual path. Either way, when we talk about twin flames, typically you, and I'm not the only person that believes this, typically you do not end up with your twin flame. I personally believe a twin flame is there to ignite some type of passion for life, passion for change, passion for yourself. A twin flame is supposed to encourage you in a backhanded sort of way to get your shit together, to move on, to let go, to love you. And you should inspire that in them as well at some point. Typically, in my mind, my opinion, you don't end up with your twin flame. Very few and far between end up together. And that is divinely guided. That is not something that you control. If you're out there in the world and you believe that another person is your twin flame, that person doesn't want to have anything to do with you, and you keep chasing them, that is not your twin flame. And I'm not saying that it's not your twin flame. I'm saying it's not yours. It's not for you. It's not divinely guided. It was there for a season and a reason, and then it's done. Right? It's kind of funny too, because whoever this person is with the effed up card, look at all those little post-its. Whoever this person is that is studying you, that is trying to read you, trying to see you, it's like they're taking all these little notes. Like I picture like a notebook where they just jot down like words, little phrases, little sentences. Things that they might notice, things that, like, they might have noticed things about you in the past, and now they notice things about you now, and they correlate, like, oh, well, that makes sense because of this, that, and the other. It's like someone adding up all the numbers finally, and they math. Whereas before, this person was like, the math ain't math, and that's not my person, that's not my twin flame. And now this is someone that's realizing that that wasn't the case, that basically they bamboozled themselves. And you can say all day, every day that, this person was under illusion because someone was doing black magic on them and blah, 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 blah. I just don't, and it's not to say that that shit doesn't happen, but who's to say that like, I just don't believe that works 99.9% of the time. And this is just an example, but if there's a guy out there and a woman's like, well, you're mine, I'm going to make sure you're mine for the rest of our lives. And she does some black magic on this guy, and it's a spell, an illusion spell, a mirroring spell, a beauty spell, to keep them interested in them. They only work for as long as the person allows, as long as the person remains blind. And I really and truly believe, and it could happen sooner rather than later. It could happen later rather than sooner. It depends on the person. But at some point, the spells don't cover everything, let's just say. And this woman, does something, and it triggers something in this male, and he realizes, like, well, wait a minute, like, I've been with this woman for 3 years. For what? What? Why do I think they're so great? Did she just yell at me? Did she just kick me because I told her I wouldn't buy her flowers? Like, it's so I just personally believe that at some point the spells stop working, because people wake up. People don't want to remain in the dark. People wake up, and then they see things that they wouldn't have normally seen, and they realize, like, where the fuck am I? How did I get here? How have I been here for so long? Sometimes those illusions, those spells, are of our own making. Sometimes mentally, we hold ourselves back. We hold ourselves in place. I've talked to you guys before many times about my separation and my divorce, and how, and don't get me wrong, I still love my ex-husband, and I was in love with him when we first met and were together. The first so many years I was in love with him, but after a while I wasn't. And it took me how long to realize, like, and I would never say that he's innocent, but it took me however long to realize that I held myself in a relationship that I just should have never been in to begin with, that I should have never stayed in to begin with. And not because he's not a great person or a loving, kind person, caring person, but because it just wasn't supposed to be. Like, I made excuses for him, for me. I held on to a vision, an illusion that I myself made about our relationship, because that's all I had at the time. I'm just saying, sometimes we put the spells on ourselves. We play the tricks on ourselves. Sometimes it's not about somebody else doing it to us. We're at a point in our lives where we want to believe what we want to believe, and that's it. And we don't open our mind to anything else. Again, we don't open our eyes to what we're actually seeing. And there's always that lifelong story of regret, where people make decisions and they regret it 5, 10, 20 years later. Well, I didn't know that they were going to be the person they are today. I didn't know that they were going to be so amazing and awesome and do this, that, and the other. I would have stayed with them. I would have kept them. I would have loved them. But really, when you look back, everything happens, what did I say? For a season, for a reason. whoever this person is, they probably had it in their mind that they were a certain type of person and they were looking for a certain type of person. And whoever you were in the past just didn't go with who they were in the past. But now this person is looking at you in the present and they're like, were you that person back then? Did I just not see it? Because I gotta be honest, like me personally, with all the things that have ever happened to me, all the stuff I told you happened to me in 2022, I've always been a kind, giving, loving, caring person at heart, at the core of who I am. That has never changed, ever. Nor will it. Nor will it. It's just today I'm a little bit smarter, a little bit wiser. I look at things differently. I look at people differently. I judge things. I take things at face value. I listen to my gut. If I meet somebody and they give me the ick, then I'm sorry. That person is the ick. I don't not listen to myself anymore. Whoever this person is, they're realizing that they too have this capability, this ability, right? We all do. We all do. But don't sit there and pretend like you don't. Don't sit there and pretend like you've never got a weird feeling when you met someone or you were in a situation or like you knew something was wrong or you knew something was right but someone was doing wrong, or we've all been there. We've all had that. Don't say that you haven't. Don't pretend. This person is realizing like they really are waking up to themselves, honestly, because they're seeing this person living their life, doing them, right? And they're like, well, I do me. But do you? Do you? Authentically? Genuinely? It's okay if you want to be an asshole in life. Just admit you're an asshole. Tell the truth. Don't pretend to be something you're not. If you want to change, if you want to grow, if you want to adapt, if you want to move on, let go, heal, then do that. We all have that in our power. We all hold that in our hand, right? Your hands have the power to change. You change your direction, your path, where you're going, how you're going to get there, who you're going to be when you get there. That's all on you. This person is realizing, okay, like, do I want to continue to be this person? Do I want to change? Do I want to heal? Was I already healing? Am I healed? You know how I feel about that. This is someone watching someone else and realizing that they have a lot of fucking questions. Because some people make it look easy, is what I just heard. And I just have one thing to say about that. I don't think healing is ever easy. I think it gets easier the more you heal yourself, the more you move through life. I feel like it gets easier, but I wouldn't say it's easy. There's a difference there. And it's never really for any one person to judge another person and be like, well, you've had life so fucking easy. Like, your life is a piece of cake. Like, look at you. You don't ever experience trauma or hate or anything like that. Don't we? Don't we all? And yeah, you can look at me as some overprivileged white woman sitting in her $140,000 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo and be like, well, you're privileged. Sure, I am. And I'm not. As we all are. We are and we aren't. Everyone has a cross to bear. Everyone has. I just posted about this on TikTok. Everyone has walked through fires. Everyone has drowned trying to swim across an ocean. We all fail. We all rise. The question is how are you going to be as a human on the other side? When you survive those fires, those drownings, and you come up for air, what kind of person are you going to be? What kind of human are you going to be? Were you a good human before? No? So who are you going to be now? This, I'm telling you, whoever this person is, it's like, it's, what is it they say, an existential crisis? They give off the vibe of somebody that thought that they were a pretty damn good human being, but now when they look back, they realize that they came up lacking for whatever reason. Like, they're able to acknowledge that they had faults and they didn't acknowledge them, but now they are. And again, it just goes back to my whole point. Sometimes we create our own illusions. We trick ourselves. We're the phony. And we know we're the phony. We make it so. It's not always about somebody else doing it to us. Sometimes we do it to ourselves. It's like this person sitting there and saying, like, am I a good person? And they're thinking about, like, all the things they've done in the past. Like, was that wrong? That was wrong, wasn't it? But that was good. I did good that time. It's like someone waking up and recognizing, and they're cataloging, like, all the things that they've done in the past. And they're coming up with a tally, good versus bad, good versus evil, if you will. And how did I not see? This person is like, how did I not see that that was mean? Or like I was a bully then? Or I did this, but I should have did this. I went down this path, but I should have went down that path. Someone woke another person up. It's setting this person up for a spiritual revival, a spiritual healing. It has completely thrown this person's life into chaos. They're going through an ego death. I wouldn't say a downward spiral. I mean, a downward spiral, but then back up, right? Spiritual awakening. This read isn't about the queen bee. It's not about the person they're watching. It's about them. Because really, in reality, right? Who is this queen bee? Do they even really know this queen bee? Because that's an illusion too. You know, you guys can sit there on the other side of the screen and watch me do readings, and I can tell you about my life and things that have happened to me and things that are going on and things that I'm doing. But really and truly, at the end of the day, nobody is really going to know who I am unless they're the people that I see every day, the people that I talk to every day. My good friends. Just like I don't know you, you know? Like you can tell me, but I don't know you. I don't spend time with you. Not really. So we're all an illusion to each other, right? Until we really get to know each other. I think I'm going to leave it there. I hope it resonated for you. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, if anything, you found it entertaining. I hope everybody's enjoying their weekend. And I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.